If you love barbecue like I love barbecue, but you're 100% plant-based or 100% vegan eater, no worries. You can still enjoy your barbecue. Barbecue doesn't just have to be meat, okay? I'm going to teach you how to barbecue tofu, mushrooms, tofu skins here, and also Beyond Meat. Let's get right started with the barbecue ribs, okay? These are made out of Beyond Meat. So what I did is I added a lot of texture that I got from jackfruit, mushrooms, 2 kinds of pepper, jalapeno and sweet, onions, garlic, celery, and also season it up with some grill seasoning, some liquid smoke, some onion powder and garlic powder. The full recipe is in my recipe guide. You just go ahead and bake that in the oven and put your barbecue sauce in there. You got nice ribs, delicious. The next thing, this is Korean barbecue mushrooms, or also bourbon, like bourbon chicken that you see in the mall. Remember that? So I took 3 or 4 different kinds of mushrooms here. King oyster mushrooms, you shred those. Shiitake has a nice bite, and then go ahead and use some button mushrooms. Then I went on and seasoned that. I'm going to give you the exact ingredients from that in the description for this one. The ribs you can find in my recipe guide. This one I'm going to put in the description for you. Nice bourbon or Korean barbecued mushrooms. Delicious. Don't forget your brown rice if you want that fiber for weight loss. These vegan barbecue wings are so yummy. I've made them already twice this week, and let me tell you, they are delicious. But I'm also going to tell you that if you don't eat soy, this is your invitation to go on and walk off the video. This ain't for you. Just go on away. I use soybean sheets here, or soybean skin that I cut into about 4-inch wide strips. I put it inside of mushroom bath broth and let that boil for about 4 or 5 minutes. Then I drained it and I let it cool. And then I took some king oyster mushroom sticks that I cut, put a little olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, prick them with a fork, and then wrap my soybean skin around each one. So that makes my little wing. And you just keep wrapping and wrapping until you get the desired wing. Now take your favorite barbecue sauce. You can make your own. You can get it in a jar, whatever you want to do. And slather on your barbecue sauce every 15 minutes. Put it in the oven. Bring it back out. Slather. Make sure you also turn it over so you don't have one white side and one barbecue side. You want to get all sides. Again, keep slathering until it's all nice and caramelized the way that you want. For the last few minutes, I also put it on broil, so I get that a little bit of extra caramelization. And these things were so good. For lunch, I made vegan burnt ends, and we loved them. They were so delicious. Now, I've never had meat version burnt ends before, but my future son-in-law has. He loves them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to veganize them. And yes, I can veganize things without have ever tasting the meat version, because I'm a vegan chef. I can do it. I did it. Anyway, I took these king oyster mushrooms and I cut them like burnt ends. I pricked them so that they would get all the seasoning. Then I covered them in avocado oil and also grill seasoning, rubbed that very well. And I cooked that for about an hour and a half with a bath of mushroom seasoning and liquid smoke. And then I took the liquid out, came back with my barbecue sauce, put that single layer and let it caramelize for about 45 minutes longer. It was delicious. Now, if you love a baked potato, you'll love this twice baked barbecue potato, right? I shredded king oyster mushrooms. I put my veggies inside and also some button mushrooms, so pepper, some onions, some dill here. Sauteed that all together until it was nice and brown. And then while that was cooking, I went on and put some vegan cream cheese inside of my potatoes that I already booked. Like, I scooped out all the middle, put the potatoes in there. Then I added barbecue sauce to my mushroom mixture and just went on and scooped it back inside of my potatoes. And then I topped it with a little follow your heart blue cheese, so it made it like a black and blue potato. It was delicious. This barbecue sauce inside of those mushrooms was totally amazing, and I want you to try it. Cauliflower is a very yummy vegetable, and it makes a yummy steak. I made this super quick, easy cauliflower steak. All I used was grill seasoning, barbecue sauce. I made sure I rubbed that on both sides very well, put it in the oven 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then after that, I came in with my barbecue sauce, slathered it over for about 10, flipped it over, more barbecue sauce until it's tender and caramelized. And to your liking. It's a yummy steak, So delicious and such a flavorful vegetable. This next dish, BBQ Vinaigrette Salad, is one that my daughter enjoys. And I've made it so far with vegan shrimp and with vegan steak. And let me tell you, it is amazing. So you start with the vinaigrette, which is the main star of the show. 4 cloves of garlic, juice of a lemon, and mix that all together. Then a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You want some agave for sweetness to cut off the acidy taste as well. And a cup of barbecue sauce. Your favorite is fine. You can make it yourself or you can use it out of a jar. Then start whisking that all together. And you're not done here. You're going to add in a half a cup of olive oil to thicken that up. And then if you want it a little bit thinner, you can also add in some water, right? Then we're going to start seasoning it up with garlic powder, onion powder, and a little mushroom seasoning and mushroom powder as well. Right? Just kind of whisk that all together until you have yourself a really great vinaigrette. And let me tell you, it is so, so, so good. I use barbecue sauce to saute my Beyond Steak, and I poured it over the salad here. Now, this salad is also has some fried pickles, which we just fried with a little flour. And because it's already wet, you didn't have to use much. We also used some crunchy wontons on top, and it was a beautiful, beautiful salad. So I just used mixed greens, the fried pickles, the vegan steak, the crunchy wontons, and the beautiful barbecue vinaigrette. And this was an amazing salad. If you want to add some more here, like tomatoes and carrots, it's up to you. But I used those simple ingredients, and it was really, really good. And I did it twice with vegan, once with vegan shrimp and once with vegan steak. But it's definitely a light barbecue option that will make you keep you coming back for more. And it's super, 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 super easy. I'm just enjoying the best sandwich ever. And it was made out of tofu. I took my thinly sliced tofu, I put a little liquid aminos and garlic powder, and I fried it in oil until it got nice and crispy like this, about 20 minutes. Then when it gets crispy, you put it on a baking sheet, toss it in barbecue sauce, and then back inside the convection oven for about another 7 minutes until it looks yummy like this. So yummy. Then I took a little blue cheese, vegan blue cheese and mayo, made a little spread out of that with some lettuce, some yellow tomato, onions, and put my tofu on top. And that thing was so thangin'. It was so, so good. Look at that tofu. So good. I wanted a classic summertime meal, so I made these veganized buffalo wings, and they were so, so, so yummy. I made them out of enoki mushrooms. Now, enoki mushrooms are fairly inexpensive, and you can get at least servings for 3 people out of 1 packet, and the pack is about under $2. I use 2 packets here. So I use my wet batter and my dry batter. And remember, the rule of thumb for wet batter and dry batter, season them both the same, and then just add a little water on the wet side, and you start with wet and then with dry into the oil, and I fried them all up. You can stop right there and make them just vegan fried chicken, or you could put them into a buffalo sauce like I'm doing here. Shake, 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 and yum, 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 yum. They were amazing. I'm going to show you how to make barbecue jackfruit in the Instant Pot. And what that is like, is sort of like a barbecue pulled pork, right? It's yummy. You can put that on sandwiches. You can do various things with it, eat it alongside chili. Anything that you would do with like a pulled pork, you can do with this jackfruit. Do is put oil in my pot, because I'm going, this is regular vegetable oil that I'm going to put in my pot. Sauteing it. I'm going to take some onions that I have sliced in like eighths, right? And let that, I already have the Instant Pot on saute, so I've started that. Now I'm going, because I want it to be smoky, I'm going to add some smoked paprika. And again, the recipe is in your recipe card. Now this ingredient here, bacon hickory smoked yeast. I love this because it gives you that smoky flavor. Now you can also use something like liquid smoke, but this one is great that I've been using lately. It's good for ham. It's good for beans, which we used in our beans earlier. Gives you that smoky flavor, right? So we're gonna go ahead, saute this. Some salt and pepper in here. A little pepper. This is pink salt, ground pepper. Some garlic powder. I'm gonna also use fresh garlic. I like to layer it to intensify the flavor. I'm gonna also put some mushroom seasoning here. That's gonna give it a meaty flavor. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Creole seasoning. You don't have to. I'm gonna go ahead, keep sauteing those onions with all that yummy seasoning in there. Now I'm going to pull out my jackfruit that has been soaking in water. So if you look in the jackfruit demonstration, you will see that I soaked this jackfruit to get all the brine out. Now, if you had jackfruit in water that you found in a can, you don't have to bother with the soaking step. But if you got it in brine, which is usually what's most available, then you have to either soak it or boil it. And I chose to soak it, and it's just all that brine out. I'm going to squeeze it a bit. Dump it into my Instant Pot. There we go. This is going to make a yummy pulled pork. You want to get your jackfruit to the state where it's kind of bland, and then it can soak up whatever you're trying to flavor it with. And the way that you make it bland is you soak it or you boil it to get that brine out. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep sauteing this. It's nice and yummy. Now I'm going to add in my barbecue sauce. And this is just barbecue sauce that's vegan, off the shelf. You could make your own. But, you know, this is about being quick and easy. And most of the ingredients in barbecue sauce is pretty pure. It's not too many ingredients in there. So it's one of those things that I just go on and buy. There we go. Now these onions are going to cook down, which is going to add a little bit of liquid. But I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid to be sure, because I don't want it to burn, and it's not going to hurt anything to add a little bit of liquid. So there we go. Add a little bit of liquid there. Now I'm going to set this, because I want it to caramelize and be yummy. I'm going to set this for 15 minutes. Minimum 15 minutes. You can go longer, into like 20 minutes if you want. So I'm going to turn off the saute, and I'm going to turn it on pressure cook, and I'm going to take us up to 15 minutes. And we are going to look at it in 15 minutes, and if you want it to go longer, you can make it go longer. If we like it at 15 minutes, we'll stop there. But I like it to be caramelized and cooked down and yummy and just great like pulled pork, okay? And again, the same thing, going to set it. It's going to go up to pressure, and then it will be at pressure for 15 minutes. And then it will slowly release, or we can quick release it. This, because it doesn't have water, it's okay to quick release it. You're not going to get a bunch of splatter from it. So now we are going to, I'm going to put my lid around the right way, right? We're going to look at our jackfruit. It looks amazing. All those onions is caramelized so beautifully in there. And we're going to add that to a bun. Now, of course, you can add a little slaw to this, a little cheese if you want. I'm just going to leave it plain right now. You can even add vegan bacon to that. And there we go. You can add some pickles. and mustard. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as that. We have a beautiful pulled pork sandwich.